Oh, hi, Laura. Yeah, I guess I am pretty heartbroken. Tomorrow night. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Of course, I think I'm gonna need a lot of comforting.
Bloomberg. Why did so many U.S. men quit working? Social status may hold the key, study says, as more men are inclined to exit the job market. Business Insider. Men without college degrees are dropping out of the workforce because they viewed their dead-end jobs as a threat to social status. The New York Times. Why are middle-aged men missing from the labor market? Men ages 35 to 44 staging a lackluster rebound from pandemic job loss. So the question is, what's going on? And what might be causing this?
I saw this on Hinge. What percentage of men do you think have yachts?
Oh, like, I don't know, like, yeah, pretty low, maybe 9%.
9% of men have
on
yachts.
Hinge?
You think 9% of men have yachts?
Is that?
For you guys who are a little younger than us Gen Xers, you're probably wondering, how does Carlton look so young? Well, this isn't Carlton. This is Alfonso Spears sitting next to his good buddy, Ricky Stratton. Ricky Stratton, of course, is the main character of Silver Spoons. And you can see that he was quite well off with several video games, which 2 or 3 of them are quite identifiable by just the shape of the arcade modules, but he was a rich kid who lived with his father. And as a rich kid, he went through some trials and tribulations, but let's just say that he had a life that many of us envied. As kids, when we watched shows like Silver Spoons or we'd watch Richie Rich on Saturday morning cartoons, we saw these as opulent lifestyles that were in a different galaxy. And so it was very strange for us to not only know about these lifestyles, but to desire them. But now we live in a society where not only are these lifestyles desired, they're expected.
This is a tweet from John at John Traffied on Twitter, and he was in Miami for less than 24 hours and put together a bunch of Tinder profiles, bios, and every woman from mid to very good looking in Miami is looking for a boat. Jacqueline or Jaslyn in Miami with 5 friends for the week. Hit us up if you have a boat. In Miami for the weekend, hit me up if you have a boat for me and my 5 friends, says Olivia. Crystal, just graduated and celebrating Miami, looking for friends to party with us on their boat. Get a job, Crystal. Get a job. Looking for a boat, says Andrea. Aren't we all? Maddie says she's in Miami for the week and she's looking for yacht friends. What makes you think you're yacht quality? Morgan 20 says, just want to go on a boat. Serious inquiries only. All right, Morgan, I have a serious inquiry for you. What's your credit score?
Before you hear his response, 2 things you should know about yachts. 1, 2016, there are about 10,000 luxury yachts. 20% of those are exclusive for sailing. And so there are approximately 5,000-ish super luxury yachts, as in the big boys for the most likely billionaires. In America, there are, in 2020, 12 million registered recreational vessels. 95% of those are under 26 feet. So there are approximately 600,000 yachts.
Modern men have vagina envy, for real, like a serious case of it. Modern men are super upset about the access that women have to men, because modern men know that if a woman puts "I'm looking for a boat" in her profile, it's a high possibility that a guy with a boat, a yacht, a helicopter replies, right? Modern men are upset at that women have access, basically based on looks and based on men's insatiable appetite to screw. Modern men know that women have access to men, and guys hate that. But here's the thing: everything modern men hate about the access women have are rules that men created. It's based on hierarchy, right? Patriarchy, right? It's hierarchy. So a guy with a yacht or a boat or resources, he has first dibs to women that guys want. Men with resources created these rules. So if you have things, trinkets that women want, you have access to them.
I would say for this gentleman, he has a right to put out this kind of content, but I do think it's unfortunate because it's almost like if you have a young child and you just give your child chocolate and not give them the truth, give them nutrition. In this case, he's saying, oh, average guys don't have yachts, so they're not men, which, okay, fine, but there's going to be a time when you might need a regular man, not just an investment banker who owns a yacht. You might need a fireman because an investment banker can't put the fire out at your house, but oh, he doesn't have a yacht. And so this kind of discussion is really destructive in my opinion. But anyways, comments. They stay mad because wealthy men want to put women on boats and just be around us. They get so mad when you don't want to do basic stuff with an average Joe until you need an average Joe. Right, men created these dynamics and then they complain about them. Yes, I was trying to figure it out. It's envy. They are big mad. Again, it's just unfortunate because the conversation it's not a long run, healthy conversation.
Man should always make a way. I feel like I'm not going to work my hands to the bones to provide. I'm not going to work 16 to 20 hours a day or a week to provide for my family. You're the man. You have the go get a job, get 3 jobs. My man has 2 jobs. Go get 7 jobs and 2 side hustles to buy me the things that I want because I'm a woman.
So about the yachts, 592,000 yachts in America. And this gentleman on Twitter actually did the math. I used all registered boats over 26 feet, didn't factor corporate owned, multiple boat owner, foreign owner, geographical factors. Boat owners are not married and not married with the criteria that the girl's looking for. He didn't do any of that. He just did raw numbers. Roughly 600,000 yachts, 95% of yacht owners are male, 97 million males in America over 18. That means there is a 0.58% chance of a male over 18 years old owning a yacht, which would be 1 out of 173 people. So my question for Ken Billions here is, if a young lady in her early 20s gets used to living the lifestyle where she's going on yachts and she's partying and popping bottles on yachts with rich men, and she gets accustomed to this life, what happens when she doesn't have the ability to lock any of these guys down and time passes? I think it looks like this.
All for this. I got a couple of homegirls who are doing this, a couple of homegirls who have already frozen their eggs. You know, they've been open about it. Angela Rye, you know, Kendra G. But it kind of saddens me a little bit, only because I'm like, what are we doing as men that these great women are out here and they got to do this?
Well, I'm going to be candid with you.
Okay.
Again, anybody could go get the club shot up.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not, if you're not the love of my life and also somebody I trust to make business decisions with, I'm really not trying to co-parent with you. There's certain things, y'all, at this point in my life, at almost 40, I'm really not trying to negotiate with you about getting my child immunized. It's non-negotiable. I'm not playing with you when it comes to my kids' education. There's certain, you know what I mean? And I know that might not sit well with everybody. That's not so politically correct, but I think I'd rather go it alone.
So if you spend your 20s on the yachts, experiencing the life of the silver spoon, well, that has an effect. And my man, Black Ram 313, is going to explain it in reaction to this TikTok.
Social media has inflated the modern woman's ego into a bubble. The endless support and attention from online simps has altered the modern woman's grasp on reality, making her think so highly of herself that she waits endlessly for a unicorn man that does not exist.
Black Ram 313, you got it.
And it's going to be their own ego that's going to be their problem. I think they said, 2040 or 2050, most women will be single. And it's because their own overinflated ego. And let me say this, we have to stop assuming that because she's a woman, that she deserves a good man. We have to stop assuming that because she's a woman, that she deserves you. We have to stop assuming that because she's a woman, that she deserves anything. You need to stop doing that. Nobody walks up to a man and say, hey, just because you're a man, you deserve everything that you desire. Nobody says that. But when it comes to a woman, all of a sudden, no matter how bad her character is or how big she is or how nasty she is, how mean she is, the consensus amongst men and both women is that every woman deserves a good guy. But we never say that every man deserves a good woman.
If the advice for young ladies in their early 20s is going to be go on the yacht with young Ricky Stratton of Silver Spoons and party up with him, and the other 172 guys that don't own a yacht are dusty, it only makes sense for young guys to look at guys like Brian McKnight and say, well, maybe if that's their play, maybe my play should change too. I think it's very important that the kind of advice that young ladies are getting, especially in their early 20s, they have to understand that at the end of all of it, when you want to settle down, guys are watching all of it. Then the bottom line of all of it is simple. If young girls want to go party on yachts, if they want that right, then young men have the right to go overseas to look for a woman. Fair is fair. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.